zero the scale. I just put the container on it. I'm gonna zero it out. Boom. Now, I already measured this out. It's 200 grams of rice. So I'm putting that in the container. And this is where you guys have to be precise, right? I have to change the units to grams. So it's actually 199, right? 200. This is where you guys have to be precise. You can't be like, oh, it's at 201, 202. I'm okay with that. And I'm just gonna track it as 200. Make sure that you are precise with your measurements. Then also for this, in one serving size, there is 3.5 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein. So I'm only doing 3.5 ounces of this. I'm not gonna do anything different. So I'm changing the units from grams to ounces. I'll zero it out again. Here we go. Measuring out 3.5 ounces. Not 3.6, not 3.7, 3.5 exactly. And if I put too much like that, I'm gonna take some out. So I'll take there we go. Some more out, some more out. So I get to 3.5. Perfect, now I'm good. But when you guys measure, you have to be precise. The rice that I got is just basmati rice. It's simple. You don't need to, basmati rice, jasmine rice. I would only use those two types of rice.
Pre-cooked rice, pre-cooked chicken.
Yep,
This
saves me time.
How long did this take you to make?
Like 2 seconds. I mix this, put it in the microwave. This I got just from Whole Foods. And you guys could order this stuff too. You could literally just have somebody go get it for you and bring it to you. And then all you have to do is just measure the rice, heat up the meat, and that's it. You're good.
Easy call.
Yep.
All right, now we're gonna switch roles here, and I'm gonna show you guys a behind the scenes of what I eat in a day. My whole life, I've been skin and bone. I'm extremely hard gainer, you would call me. I'm 6'5", and my arm span is even taller. My arm span is like 6'9", so I just burn a lot of calories sitting. I could burn 3,000 calories in a day just sitting at my laptop. Plus I go to the gym, so I'll pull out my MyFitnessPal and I'll show you how I track my food. We're gonna pull up the app, MyFitnessPal. I'm gonna scan a barcode. Let's try this bad boy. And it's gonna tell me it's hard-boiled eggs. Now how many are in here? There's 6. So I'm gonna go number of servings. I'm gonna say 6 per meal. I'll say that's actually my lunch. And then I'm just gonna, you can see now we have 36 grams of protein already. Boom, for lunch. For breakfast, I'll do one of these bad boys, let's say.
Yeah, there's 3.5 grams of fat, 42 grams of protein.
42 grams of protein for breakfast. So this is my breakfast. I'll do one of these, plus I'll do 2 of these yogurts. So for the yogurt, I'm gonna go back to breakfast. This is my breakfast every day. Now we have 10 grams of protein in each one for one container. I'm gonna say that we ate 2 containers for breakfast. Boom. Now I have 62 grams of protein for breakfast. Now for lunch, we added the eggs that I showed you. I'll also eat something like this. I'll put chicken noodle soup with the eggs. So let me scan this bad boy.
I want you guys to realize that Joel is really only eating protein right now, and that just helps with your brain. Like, as soon as you start intaking too much carbs, it slows your brain down. So only eating protein is for a reason.
A little bit of brain fog
right now.
Now we have, carbs definitely give me brain fog. I try to eat them later in the day. Now we have up to 57 grams of protein for lunch. So 62 for breakfast, 57 for lunch. Now here's my next lunch / dinner. I'll eat 2 of these, right? So I'm just gonna simply, now I can't scan this, right? That's for like a website. So instead, I'm going to just manually type this in. If you guys pay for the app midday, if you guys pay for the MyFitnessPal app, you'll be able to scan barcodes like I was doing. But if you didn't pay for it, or if you have a meal prep company like Nutrition Solutions or any other Factor 75, Cook Unity, Fresh, Hello Fresh, but those you gotta cook. You don't wanna do Hello Fresh. I recommend Nutrition Solutions or Factor 75. Now, I'm simply just gonna plug and play these macros. So, calorie amount, 468. Total fat, come on bro, this is really easy. 13, total carbs, 28. Fiber, we can even put the fiber, 4 grams. And then the thing we care about, honestly, is the protein. Protein and fat are like the two. You want to keep the fat low, keep the protein high, and preferably carbs low in the morning so you can get deep work done like your editing and all that, okay? Or if you're a coach, you know, your modules, your YouTube videos, your sales calls. All right, amazing. Now we just got another 60 grams, but I'm gonna go ×2, brother. I would run that back. Is there a way to double up? I'll just do the same thing again. So that means we have 120 once I do this again. Quick add. Probably could close the fridge for a second. So I'm gonna put these numbers in one more time because I eat literally 2 of these at the same meal in the same sitting. I'm a big back. Is that what they call you? I'm a big back. Total carbs, 28 again. Fiber will go 4, protein will go 60. There you go. Midday, 120 grams of protein. So now for the day, 120 plus 57, that's 177 plus 62, that's 162 plus, I lost the math, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's about 220 so far. So then for dinner, I'll have another meal prep, plus I'll end the day, because I'm a heart gainer, right? I'll end the day with a mass gainer shake. And so my mass gainer shakes, I'm not gonna lie, I have a very unique blend. Let me show you how I do it. I'll do a scoop of this, which is 20 grams of protein. Let me just find my shaker. I'll do a scoop of protein powder. This is just for taste purposes. I think it tastes really good. Make sure you put the water beforehand.
Otherwise it don't mix up that well.
All right. This is how I get an extra like 1,000 calories in as I'm bulking. I don't know why, I just like the taste when I mix all these different things. So I got the Orgain, I got the Garden of Life vanilla, 20 grams of protein right there. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna scan this bad boy for dinner. Let's go snack, scan a barcode, boom, 1 scoop, check mark. Now I got Naked Mass Gainer. I've went through probably like 50 of these in the last, I don't know, probably more than 50. But this is the blueprint that has got me over the hump of having a low appetite. So this one only has 3 ingredients. This is the only mass gainer I would ever recommend. It literally just has pea protein, brown rice protein, and tapioca, which I'm not sure that's right at the best, but basically 2 ingredients plus the sweetener. Now, I'll put 1 scoop of this bad boy. This is like plain, it's kind of gross. And then this one has 5 ingredients, but it tastes 10 times better. It has even more sweeteners. So this one has vanilla flavor and coconut, organic coconut sugar. So this motherfucker, some people will just do 4 scoops of this, but to me that's like a little bit too much sugar. So I'm able to find my own perfect concoction. So I'll do 2 scoops of this. Long story short, I end up doing 3 scoops of mass gainer, 1 scoop of protein powder. And if I put this snacks, add food, scan a barcode, bada boom. So instead of 4 scoops of this, we'll say 2, 1 scoop. So we'll say 1 scoop 2 times, all right? And then for this bad boy, we'll say 1 scoop. Whoa, that was quick. All right, 1 scoop. Here we go. Now this snack has 57 grams of protein. And now here's my cheat code. I'm a human, right? And at the end of the day, if I did everything I said I would do, I get a reward. I don't even eat the whole chocolate bar. I literally just break it into like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 different pieces. I'll eat this with the shake. So long story short, this becomes my reward at the end of the day, my snack. And that right there puts me at about like 280 grams of protein. Let's see, total carbs, 300 carbs, 296 grams of protein, 306 carbs, and 69 grams of fat. And believe it or not, that's not even enough for me to gain weight. I'll probably need to do another one of these. I have a ridiculous metabolism. Like I'll eat a banana. But long story short, if you notice, I didn't cook a single meal in my day in the life, okay? That's the purpose of my meals, for me personally, is I would just stick these eggs inside of a soup, maybe put it in the microwave, maybe not. And every meal I have a LaCroix because I have an addiction, all right? Don't judge me. And I'm able to just get to work and not have to worry about food. That is the key of this video. For a final bonus, every single meal I eat, I just grab a spoon out of here, eat the meal, throw the spoon away. I love the environment, but I also love helping people more. So I'd rather just get back to work. And the goal is to never have any dishes in the sink by not using any spoons, okay? Now, with that said, I have a maid that comes and cleans this place once a week. And I have a meal prep company that delivers like 10 meals a week. I purposefully don't get meals for every meal because I want to get outside the house and have a life. So I purposely have to go to Chipotle or somewhere and eat in Brickell and meet people, or else I would literally just never leave this house. I'm an introvert. So force myself to be an extrovert. But that's a day in the life of a busy 100K a month barber coach. And the key is to hit your goals in every area of life. Hit your income goals, hit your protein macro goals, and also hit your social goals. Like still get out the house, don't be a weirdo who just sits on his laptop all day, cuts hair in his garage and edits videos in his closet, and it's going viral and cool on the internet, but doesn't have a life in person. Get out there, hit the gym, meet people, scale your business, but overall you want to become the best version of you, and you can't do that from a laptop. got to do all the board, across the board. If you're not applying your principles across the board, they ain't principles at all. Now, with that said, Anthony had one last thing he said, which was that most people fail because they're scared to try, scared to fail. They literally fail because they're scared to fail. So just track your macros. You saw me do it live, and I'm not a fitness guy. I'm not a fitness guy, right?
Trial and error, guys. It's literally like you try a combination of macros. If they don't work, well, then you try a new one. It's literally that simple. Problem solving, just like in business.
There it is. So that's a breakdown. Stay tuned for the next video in the macro section. If you guys have more questions, ask us on the Q&A calls. Peace. Yeah.